Gerald Lucas here. Happy 500th episode. We did it! I want to thank everyone out there in my Real Estate Insider family for tuning in and checking out my real estate podcast and video blog over the last 9 years. It's been a very exciting, challenging, but rewarding journey, and I want to thank you for listening in. Today, in my 500th podcast episode, we are going to go through 7 things that you can and cannot control in real estate. We'll start by talking about 7 things that you cannot control in real estate. And unfortunately, but predictably, these 7 topic areas are the things that you're most likely to hear about in the news with respect to real estate. So the media tends to focus on these 7 areas that you have no control over because they tend to be things that are easier to track and report on. And therefore, most people in the public focus on these 7 areas, and we'll talk about why that's a mistake. So, 7 things you cannot control in real estate. Number 1, interest rates. Number 2, inflation. Number 3, property taxes. Number 4, the price of insurance. Number 5, the price of land. Number 6, the price of building materials. And number 7, the price of labor. Now, despite the fact that the media tends to focus on these 7 areas that you have no control over, most people make a decision to buy or sell a home based on life events rather than based on macroeconomic factors. So, for example, in the 1980s, when mortgage interest rates were almost 20%, people still bought and sold houses. That's because people make the decision to buy or sell a home based primarily on life events like a marriage or a divorce or an illness or a death or a new baby or a job loss or a new job. People make housing decisions based on that more so than based on macroeconomic factors like inflation or interest rates. My advice is not to fret about those 7 areas because focusing on things that you have no control over is a waste of time, and it's a waste of psychological and emotional energy. Just look at those 7 areas as constraints and focus on things that you can control. With that in mind, here are 7 things that you can and should control in real estate. Number 1, the condition of your property. Number 2, the price you pay when you buy real estate. Number 3, the people and real estate professionals you choose to do business with. Number 4, the amount of money that you pay the professionals you choose to do business with. Number 5, the guidelines you set for your real estate investments. Number 6, the tenants that you choose to rent your property. And number 7, 7th thing that you can and should control in real estate are the terms and conditions in any contract that you sign. So let's go through those individually. 7 things you can and should control in real estate. Number 1, the condition of your property. One of the benefits of real estate is that you have a lot more control than you do when you own another kind of asset. So use that control to your advantage, making sure that you make repairs and capital improvements. This is really important if you are a landlord trying to attract and retain the best tenants. It's also important if you own property and you're looking to refinance and pull money out of that property. So the second thing that you can and should control in real estate is the price you pay when you buy real estate. The person with the money always decides the price, even in a so-called seller's market. You have 100% control over your money. No one else does. And despite the fact that maybe there's another buyer that's willing to pay more than you are, remember that the more that you pay for real estate, the lower your return on investment will be. So the third thing you can and should control in real estate are the people and real estate professionals that you choose to do business with. Unfortunately, in real estate, like in all industries, there are liars and crooks in real estate, and you want to avoid those people like the plague. Your reputation is one of your most important assets, and it will be affected by the company that you keep. The fourth thing that you can and should control in real estate is the amount of money that you pay to the professionals that you choose to work with. Make sure that you negotiate the best deal, the lowest amount when you pay for services, right? It's really important because, again, the person with the money always decides the price. The fifth thing that you can and should control in real estate are the guidelines you set for your real estate investments. Rules and regulations are very important to reduce risk, maximize your return, and effectively manage real estate investments. As I often say to people, I can't change my business requirements and processes for every person that I do business with. You can't scale any business that way. So the sixth thing that you can and should control in real estate are the tenants that you choose to rent your property. So effectively screening tenant applicants is very important to maximizing your return on investment if you are a landlord. And the seventh thing that you can and should control in real estate are the terms and conditions in any contract that you sign. So every term and condition in a contract creates an obligation. And if that obligation is breached, it can give rise to a lawsuit. So it's very important that you pay close attention to every term and condition in any contract that you sign, whether it's a purchase contract or a listing agreement or a lease. So let's recap. 7 things you can and cannot control in real estate. We'll start with the 7 things you can't control. Interest rates, inflation, property taxes, the price of insurance, the price of land, the price of building materials, and the price of labor. And the 7 things you can and should control in real estate are the condition of your property, the price you pay when you buy real estate, the people and real estate professionals you choose to do business with, the amount of money you pay the real estate professionals and people that you work with in your business, the guidelines you set for managing your real estate investments, the tenants that you allow to rent property that you own, and the terms and conditions of any contract you choose to sign. So once again, thanks to everyone out there in my Real Estate Insider family for tuning in and listening over the past 9 years. I'm Gerald Lucas, and I'll see you again soon.